Hello, and welcome to a Warships replay on my newest tier turn, the Harugumo. This is a recording of a ranked game that took place over the weekend, and I think I'm rank 11 at the time. I'm now ranked 10. If you check a look at the playlist. You can kind of see there's two DDs at each side. I mean, they've got two gunboats. There's one torpedo, one radar cruiser at each side. This is probably about the fifth or sixth game I played in this ship at this point. I'm still getting used to it. I've only done about 10, maybe 10, 15 games in this. After playing, the only other DD I really play regularly is either the Kagera or the Shimakaze, which are pure torpedo boats. This is obviously the Japanese gunboat rather than torpedo boat. I've never really been a fan of gunboats. I played them a little bit on the American side back in the day when, when you could actually easily stealth fire from the smoke. Since they kind of nerfed that a bit, it's not been quite the same. But with the introduction of the gunboat line on the Japanese ones, I started figuring, hey, maybe I should give these a try. And after playing predominantly, mainly battleships the last 6 months or so, and getting harassed to hell by people playing this specific boat on the Kitakaze to tier 9, I figured I gotta try it, right? I gotta try it. So this was a game that we win. I'm not alive at the end, but it was a decentish game to show off the what this boat actually does well. For those of you that may not know. So as you can tell, I mean, we've got the gearing and a Des Moines that are pushing up. They're pushing up towards the strait to A, or actually watching them coming down there. I'm actually heading over. Decide I'm going to cap B here and head over to C, figuring that they would have at least one DD heading over to C. That's what I was expecting. One DD to go to C is what I was figuring. One DD, maybe a cruiser. And I think I say something in chat in a minute about the Hindenburg, asking if he's going to come over to C with me, because he's the one that mentioned B and C. This is obviously my 19-point captain I've got on this guy. I did actually spec him out. He's not spec'd out with the most optimal spec for a gunboat, but he's more spec'd out as like a DD hunter. So, I mean, I think the more common spec to use with this thing would be, as you see, I got like a radio locator. That is probably not too common to have, honestly. I think more a gunboat spec would probably ditch that and maybe use the ability to start fires more. I mean, your fire chance on this, I've got a flag up which is my 0.5%, so I get about 4.5% fire chance, which is not very much. And I've got IFHE, of course, because the guns on this thing are only like 100mm, so yeah, it's like IFHE, otherwise you don't really do any damage to anything bigger than a DD. But it's a nice little boat, and we can see by the radio locator that someone is coming over here. So I know for sure there's a DD coming. I got the speed boost going because I want to try to at least get there first or at the same time as I mean. This isn't the quickest of boats. It's not the quickest, and it's also not the stealthiest. I do have kind of full concealment. So I'm up to down to 6.2k. I mean, a lot of people do play this like the carb or the kebab, and actually don't worry about the concealment skills and put the points elsewhere. Maybe like AFT or BFT, to increase the range and drop your reload. As I said, I've gone more of a DD hunter build, so giving me the locator and stuff to try to make sure I can hunt down DDs, because the last thing you want as a DD, or the last thing I would want if I'm playing a shimmer or something, is to run into this, So you can see something in the cap. I'm going to pull in just before he caps out. I can see I'm located. I'm not sure who's got that, but we also see the Zal is coming over here at the north there, so I know where he is at this point. My concealment probably would take me up towards near the edge of the cap. So that island ahead of us here, that is where he's hiding. Whatever ship is in here, he is behind that island. And we can see there's the Monty coming through the middle. So what I decided here was, hey, while we wait for this guy to bum out, I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to try to position myself and just shoot this Montana. Because, you know, why the hell not, right? And we can see the Z52 was in the mid, so it's the gearing that's here with me. With the Zao coming in. Parking myself behind this island and just shooting the ships away. I mean, I know roughly where the gearing is because of the radar locator. He's sitting behind an island. If he decides to move down and move down towards me, I will know. Because that will shift. I will say one thing now is I'll mention it again when the time happens. One issue I have with DDs a lot is I panic. I panic a lot. You know, when I kind of come under when sort of things happen suddenly, I panic a lot. Yeah. So yeah, so we're starting commencing the shelling of this Montana, doing what your ship does best. I mean, the fire rate is immensely crazy. I mean, your fire rate of the guns, the fire chance is not high. It's like 4.5%, but it's like, look at the amount of shells. It's like 10 shells every like three and a bit seconds, right? And they're not doing a lot. Every salvo is doing anything from like a 500 health to 1500. I mean, it's eventually adds up, right? I mean, we've done 27k on him so far with a couple of fires. I'm still ticking. And we're still shooting. We're not the only ones shooting him, of course, but I've kind of took a big chunk of that damage out of him. And looking at the closest thing now, you can tell he is probably moving. Whoever the guy over the closest ship to me now is the other side of this island I'm in, so he's no longer to the north of this gap. So I know he's moving. And we can also see the Zao. Look at it. If you look at the minimap, the Zao is also pushing in. And it's the Zao spotted me. This is where I would think to myself normally, shit, and panic a bit. I'll pop my smoke, just so that he's not going to take me out. But of course, there's no one anywhere near me, so if I'm popping smoke, I'm not seeing anything to shoot. I'm not seeing a Zao anyway, so I'm figuring, hey, let's just get back to it and wait for him to push in. I know he's coming, I just cannot see where he is. I was going to try to just finish off this Montana and maybe use my torps on the Zao when he pops in. We do have the Hindi behind me. He looks like he's not exactly pushing in. I mean, he's coming up behind us. If this Zao pops up, this Hindi would be able to see him.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
And that's the gearing torps crossing the bow there. I'm determined to try to help get this guy dead, because once this guy's dead, this Hindenburg is free to kind of look over into the cap and help my ass. Oh, that was my plan anyway. Alright, he died and the Zao is here. He's less than 5k away. He does have torps. So I got some torps out. I hit my reload. And then you see that the Z52 that has popped in and also here, so we popped some torps towards him as well. Now this is where I panic a little bit. I hit two torps on the Zao, and he's flooding. Another torp on the Zao, so we hit the Zao with 3 torps and killed him, and then we're going to finish off this guy with guns. So that's kind of three ships down in a really, really short amount of time.
We've got 2 of them.
And this is the point where you know you're a bit screwed, right? I got no smoke. You're gonna die, right? All I can do is try to do as much to this guy before I die. You know, I can't get out of here. I can't repair the fire. He knows it. He's coming for me. The Hindi, which is the only person that was anywhere near me, he's now dead. 3 people on their team dead, and I've kind of took them all out. And this is where we die. But, I mean, the game is obviously not over. We're very even on points, just 3 ships down each. But most of, look at where the team are now. Look at the gearing is actually in C. The rest of them are pushing over here, so I think I did good. I had a couple of people say good job in the chat. I mean, I think so too. There's 3 people over at C, and I took all of them. Well, 3 of the 4 I took. And if you kind of see the map, I mean, the rest of them are all moving east. So kind of saying in chat, so this kind of hinting towards this Des Moines to push in and take this cap to kind of secure A while there's no one away. I mean, he's far enough away. His concealment is decent enough. I don't know if he's actually a concealment spec. He'll be better sneak in here without being seen. Just without being seen. We'll speed it up a little bit as we're going on. I was kind of curious what he does here. I mean, he's like an almost full health Des Moines, right? He's trying to sneak up here, shooting. I mean, the guy, you might have behind him just took a couple of holes in him, but rather than actually pushing into the cap and capping, he's backing up to try to make sure he stays hidden behind the island to not be spotted. Whereas he should be pushing in, to make sure that we secure the cap. Which is what the Yami is also saying behind him. I mean, we got a ship advantage, but they do have the cap advantage too. So it won't take much to kind of pull this back. Gearing did. So now at this point, it's just a moment, just a matter of time. So yeah, so this is the first and only ranked game I've played in this ship, right? In the Harugumo, and you can kind of see why it's a menace. I mean, look at the top, 303 shell hits, but only 5 fires. 3 torp hits with 2 floods, but 303 target hits. I must have dropped at least, I must have dropped at least 100 or so of those hits. Over 100, maybe 150 of those hits would be on that Montana. I mean, I didn't really do much damage to him, but seriously, how annoying must that be? How annoying must that be? So it's just a 1 ship left, which is in C. I'm just gonna chillax here. We will be back when we see the results screen. So here we see the results screen, just under 600,000 credits, 112,000 damage, a double strike, which I got for the Z52 and the Zhao, well inside C. And you can see there are 303 target hits, 3 with torps, incapacitates 4, 3 destroyed, 5 fires, 1 captured, 2 caused flooding. Now, I was quite happy with that, and if we look down at the XP here, this is showing that it is 2,546 base XP, which is not bad. Like top of the pops. I mean, clear leader as far as XP is concerned. And it was a very good game. I have not played another game in that ship in ranked yet. When I play ranked games, I've never ever tried to really push a season. I normally get to around rank 10 and stop. I really play ranked normally to get the signals until you get from up to like rank 11. I normally stop at rank 10 and kind of mess around a little bit. Now I haven't tried to really go further. We've still got a couple of weeks left, so I probably will try to do a little bit more. But I normally play for the rewards rather than try to get to the top, because yeah, I'm sure frustration will start setting in, especially with the tier 10. I mean, the tier 10 ranked, I'm not really sure is working very well. I don't know. I mean, it kind of cuts off a lot of people with giving them the ability to play. I mean, I know there's quite a few of followers, like people that watch me play this on Twitch, that I got into the game that don't have tier 10 yet, and they're obviously been playing a bit of ranked, and I obviously have to stop at 15 where they cap out. I really hope that next season in ranked they don't include the tier 10s again. I mean, last season we had rank 10 or tier 10 from rank 10 up, and it wasn't very well received by the community. I'm surprised they didn't listen, and they added it again this time and actually put it at tier 15 up. But anyway, I'm out of here. I'm currently working through the Royal Navy missions, doing a little bit of warships. Every couple of days, we're doing a couple of hours while we're working through the missions each week. Probably gonna try to get a few more replays done over here. I've collected a lot of replays. I just don't really get too much opportunity to put them together. I'm gonna start doing that a little bit more. So feel free to stick around, especially over on my Twitch channel if you want to see some more Warships content. I will catch you guys over there. Links in the description below of how to kind of follow and where to find me and how to support me. You guys take care. Bye-bye.